Welcome everyone. This is Rebecca Monet with Zorakle Profiles. Today I'd like to talk with you about your ideal franchisee, specifically what the values are of your ideal franchisee. This is the second of a four-part series where we're talking about the values of a franchisee. Zorakle Profiles provides profiling tools to franchisors and franchise brokers to help facilitate right fit situations between a prospective franchisee and a franchisor. Our science is based on 7 statistically validated sciences, one of which is the value science that I'd like to talk about today. Specifically, I'd like to talk about the values of an emulator. So when you think of values, I want you to think about those things that are the why behind what an individual does, what motivates them, what drives them to do what they do. If a franchisor's values and a franchisee's values are in alignment, it creates a solid base for great communication and, of course, greater harmony and greater compatibility. A franchisee and a franchisor that has aligned values will allow for stronger brand recognition, that at the unit level, the franchisee is communicating and expressing in various ways the same values that your franchise organization possesses. Most importantly, however, when there is a values alignment, when we have similar motives and drivers as franchisors and as franchisees, there is a strong correlation between financial performance, which is what we want for all of our franchisees. So let's talk about the values of an emulator. When you think of an emulator, I want you to think of a confident, capable individual. Oftentimes you will find they're very enthusiastic and they're energetic in a million different ways. In fact, sometimes you might find that they're a bit impulsive. An emulator loves variety and loves excitement. They get bored easily. These are your adventure seekers. These are your risk takers. And what they are looking for is a business wherein they can be self-sufficient. There's nothing worse to an emulator than having to be dependent on a job, let's say. So they really are your non-conformists. They're your early adopters. They're the individuals that will step out and try things when others might shy away from that. They lead diverse, active lifestyles. They're your trendsetters. These are individuals that love when a new concept comes on the marketplace and they can quickly see how they can bring that particular concept into their individual marketplace. They favor cutting-edge products and technologies and services. So any environment that's unusual, that's fun, that's exciting, will be something that they're interested in and attracted to. They're individuals that are interested in their immediate future. So they may not be long-term players, 20 years, 30 years, but they're going to ramp up quickly and they're going to build year over year. So these are the values of the emulator. The emulator is a passion-driven individual that loves a great challenge. They love competition. In fact, they thrive in a competitive environment. So if your business is one that has competition, no worries. Your emulator is going to do well. They're all about sex appeal and prestige, and they love their autonomy and their independence. And of course, everything for them is about money, it's about success, but they also need flexibility in their lives. They need a certain level of autonomy. So some of the concerns that a fear has that you may want to pay attention to is they have a fear of being embarrassed or in some way looking incompetent or inadequate. Bottom line, there's a fear of failure. The good news about these kinds of fears is that the emulator uses it to motivate and to drive them to the next level. They're going to learn what they need to learn. They're going to work harder. They're going to do whatever is necessary to not fail, to not be embarrassed. So these are hardworking, confident, capable individuals. So is the emulator the right franchisee for your franchise concept? If your business requires someone who really thrives and enjoys competing, then the emulator is going to be your guy. They love it. In fact, they do really well in those kinds of environments. If your business requires someone to be resourceful, maybe good at leveraging, or maybe even good at innovating, then the emulator is your guy. If your business is filled with diversity, variety, adventure, or fun, then the emulator is your guy. They're not going to do well on long-term projects or projects wherein there is a certain amount of repetitiveness. If your business is dynamic and it provides room for an out-of-the-box nonconformist, maybe an early stage franchise system would be an example of that, then the emulator is your guy. If your business has unlimited potential and it allows the franchisee to leverage other people's time, other people's money, other people's talent, then the emulator is your kind of guy. If your business requires someone who is persuasive, the emulator can talk anyone into anything. So he's a great sales guy. He's a great persuader. So if you need that in your business, the emulator might just be the right guy for you. If your franchise system provides recognition, awards, and quick return on investment, the emulator is the right guy for you. The Zorakle model is focused on this Z to Zor fit. A right fit franchisee is going to cost you less to train and support. A right fit franchisee is going to validate better. They're going to have greater satisfaction. They're going to ramp up better. They're going to comply. And most importantly, a right fit franchisee is going to perform better. To determine more specifically who your ideal franchisee is, reach out to us at Zorakle. We're happy to help you quantify exactly your ideal franchisee.